Head, neck, backbone straight. In this position, the energy flow is maximum. Let us get centered in the present moment. Let us keep our body still, mind silent, intellect clear. And let us take a deep, slow, conscious breath. Entire attention on the breath, which is in the present moment, which is fresh, natural, ever present, ever unattached. Lifeline of the entire system. Let us chant loudly so that all lingering thoughts which come without our permission vanish. Om.
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं खवित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। सदाशिवसमारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं हरि ओम्.
Hari Om. Thank you, Lata Rajshekhar-ji. So we are doing chapter-wise summary of the Bhagavad Gita, and we are on the 4th chapter, where after Arjuna has expressed his suffering, sorrow, confusion, which we all go through. Arjun's confusion, sorrow, suffering, tension, worry is our own, because that is part of our life. For some people, if I don't worry, there will be some problem, is a belief, because I have to constantly worry about something, otherwise world will collapse, which is created by God. And then the solution for that is only one, that is self-knowledge. Without self-knowledge, the suffering, sorrow, pain, worry, anxiety, tension will not go. All other solutions are temporary, and again it can restart. And the third thing Lord told in the 3rd chapter is that even after having the self-knowledge, why we behave in a particular way, because Chitta Shuddhi has not happened. So for that, Karma Yoga is recommended. How to act in this world, how to have pleasant relationships, how to deal with challenges, how to act in every situation. And 4th chapter, Lord started with the Guru Parampara, significance that I created this entire universe. I gave this knowledge in the beginning when this universe was created, where Arjuna asked question that how come you have given this knowledge? And then Lord Krishna declared that I am not a person. Many people thought that Gurudev was a person, but after enlightenment, the Guru becomes the Lord. And here Lord is telling Arjuna, so Lord says, I am not person, I am avatar. I have come for a specific purpose, and once that purpose is completed, I will go. Jnaneshwar Maharaj's purpose was completed at 21, he vanished. I am going. 21-year-old. Vivekananda we saw. Adi Shankaracharya. Purpose was completed. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Tata. They know very clearly they are guest on this planet and not host. Host suffers. Guest enjoys. Most of the time in our house also. So, Lord says that there is a difference in Jiva and Avatar that we saw. I know everything about everyone, all beings you do not know right now. And then we saw the concept of God, because again and again Lord is going to say the same thing. One of the Lord's challenge or sorrow is that no one knows me. We are going to see that again in 7th chapter. Lord again and again says that no one knows me. This is also one of the challenge. Many people have actually, no one knows me as a person as I am. I am a different person because my relatives think I am different only. And then once we know husband, wife, children, they look at with relationship. But the sadhak has gone beyond also for some people. Now the person is not mother, wife, child. The person has become sadhak. But other people relate to that person with the same thing. So we also have same challenge. That no one knows me in reality, No one understands me. This is one basic suffering for many people. No one understands me clearly. Lord is going to say the same thing, which again is saying that please understand my janma and karma very clearly. And then depending upon the guna, attributes and form, we saw 4 concepts of God. And again on guna and karma, we saw Lord has classified humanity last session. Not dependent on the birth, I am a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. Suppose I am naturally contemplative, thinker, like to read, like to contemplate, like to have those kind of discussion, I am a Brahmin. Naturally, suppose I get into administration, power, ruling certain things, naturally it comes to me, I am a Kshatriya. Naturally, suppose I think of resource management, financial management, I am a Vaishya. Naturally, I feel that I want to do service, I am a Shudra. And suppose I follow my own dharma, Lord says that is yada yadai dharmasya. If I don't follow in all four, then I am a demon. Because Lord says then that you are a demon then. Either of the four you are not following. But I must not compare and say somebody is lucky. So from today we must stop saying somebody is lucky, somebody is more blessed, somebody is more, having more success, because Lord has given a specific temperament and specific situation, specific people in our family. Why only these people are born with us? Why this person is my sister, brother, mother, father? Because Lord says now you have to follow this dharma. That is why I put you into that situation. If you follow that dharma, I will liberate you. And then Lord said last point was that you must know what you are supposed to do, that is action. You should know what you are not supposed to do, that is inaction. You also should know what you are not doing, what you should do. Karma, vikarma, akarma. Three things we must know in life. Basically, I must ask myself what I am supposed to do in this situation, what I am not supposed to do in life or in this situation, and what I am supposed to do which I am not doing. Because later on these things will give us regret. And then one more point he added, that a person who is wise, so we must check whether I am wise, or many people think I am very intelligent. Actually, I am very wise person. Come to me, I will advise you. Now from this perspective, Lord says, no, you are buddhu, because if you do not know the difference between action and actionlessness, then you are not a wise person. So last point, what we saw, what Lord mentioned, that who is a wise person? A wise person is one who knows distinction between action and actionlessness, and that must be my bhava. We are called as human beings. Now we must actually, from today, Sunday is a nice day to contemplate why we are called as human beings, not human doings. But we have become human doings. I want to do this, 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 I want to do this. There is a do list continuously. Entire life goes, anek janma goes, the do list, bucket list doesn't get over. Where Lord says, basically you must know that you are a human being. One of the definition of enlightenment is recognition of your beingness is enlightenment. This is also very important to note, because many people have fancy imaginations of enlightenment, that chakra will come, Sudarshan chakra will come, some aura will come. These are all experiences. And then many people will come and prostrate to me. Then I will go and give lectures. Then that is enlightenment. No. Enlightenment is simply recognition, realization, recognition of my beingness, not doingness. And this topic I have to contemplate, because this topic Lord is again going to take up in 7th chapter in detail, because he felt that it is not clearly understood. So it's an important topic. So while doing action, suppose I know my beingness, which is the observer, which is immovable. That person is wise. That person Lord constantly praises. So today we are going to see from 18th verse to 23rd verse in the 4th chapter, Lord again is going to talk about the wise person. because that is his favorite topic to talk. In every chapter, he will mention about the wise person, because he has mentioned that this Jnani is my dearest. I love Jnani the most. So, many people love God, but whether God loves me, no, I love God. That is enough. No, that is not enough. Whether God loves me, again, because God is going to say that I love the Jnani the most, because he only loves me, Nishkama Bhakti. He doesn't want anything from me. So we are going to see the very beautiful topic, Lord's favorite topic, that when Lord says that a person who knows difference between action and actionlessness is wise person, Arjun immediately is going to ask in the mind, Bhagavan, tell me about wise person. So now, one who acts from happiness. Now these are the attributes, qualities of a wise person. Now why these are given again and again? Because human mind or human beings, all of us, normally like to imitate. We want someone to compare, someone to have a role model. So these are our practice pointers, that how a wise person acts, I must act. And this is true in all aspects. Whoever I love, I want to identify with that person, I want to copy that person. And this is the best way to copy this person, because once I start imitating, that becomes our practice, that becomes our sadhana. So one who is kama sankalpa varjita, this person acts from happiness. So when we see a beautiful sunrise, when people go to see Mount Kailas, when we see beautiful things, or when we enjoy certain things, we want to immediately share that thing with many people. Now that's acting from happiness. So this point, I would invite all of you to sit straight and listen, because we have to ask this question, that because this is a very practical definition of a wise person given here, other than what pointers Lord had given in the second chapter of Sita Prajna Lakshan. So first of all, I must ask that where my action is coming from in life. So action comes from three sources. Motivation, motive is important. One, action comes out of happiness. When the mother does for a small child, it's coming out of happiness. When we see a sunrise, sunset, and then want to share with 10 people, it's coming out of happiness. Then the action comes from sense of duty. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do this. This is my job, this is my job, this is a job. And the third thing which we have to be careful, which creates bondage, is when action comes out of boredom. We don't catch this. Now I'm bored, so I want to watch TV. I'm bored, so I want to keep flickering the mobile phone. I'm bored, so I want to go to hotel. I'm bored, so I want to visit. I'm bored, so I want to do this. So out of boredom, when action starts happening, this is the point we have to be careful, because when I am bored, I will entertain myself and the senses will go outside, and that's the reason people whole day now keep looking at the mobile phone. अच्छा, एक फेसबुक देखा, फिर व्हाट्सएप देखा, फिर गूगल न्यूज देखा, फिर दिस देन दैट, वन आफ्टर अनदर कंटिन्यूअस गोइंग ऑन, बिकॉज बेसिकली आई एम नॉट एक्नॉलेजिंग दैट आई एम बोर्ड. So this is the third thing. So acting from happiness, acting from sense of duty, खाना बनाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, sense of duty. Third, acting from action from boredom when it happens. These actions actually bind us the most, because that is where the like-dislike happens. That is where the bondage happens. So what is to be done? One simple thing is recommended when I am bored. Anytime I am just doing meaningless action. No, time pass. Then I must just keep quiet, keep everything aside and tell myself, let me watch this boredom. Let me watch this boredom feeling. So I must sit and then ask myself, okay, let me see what is this boredom? What is this boredom feeling? Watching boredom will dissolve boredom for once for all, because majority of the time we get caught up in action out of boredom. It is not our duty. We're not supposed to do it. It is not coming out of happiness also. It is coming out of some emptiness, some boredom, loneliness. So this action I must be aware of and catch myself and not do those actions which are coming out of boredom. Time pass. So this wise person acts from happiness. Second, acts only for the sake of others. Paropkar. Tukaram Maharaj says, Ata khelato kautuke, after enlightenment, what? Ata urlo upkara purta. Upkar means two meanings. Now I have nothing to gain from the world. So whatever my actions are there, those are for benefit of others. Acting only for benefit of others. So I must ask whether my actions are coming out of happiness, out of sense of duty, out of sense of happiness, out of boredom, or out of paropkar. Okay, these actions will benefit others, so I am doing. Acts out of fullness. The wise person acts of fullness, because if you add water to ocean or take out water from ocean, nothing is going to happen to the ocean. This is a very important point. Performance of action where the action itself is joyous. When I find, this is one of my favorite sentences in life in Karma Yoga to remember. When I find joy in action itself, the result becomes insignificant. This is an important pointer of Karma Yoga, that whether I'm enjoying the action of getting up, action of brushing, action of taking salt and putting in that vessel, actions are to be enjoyed. We must watch Shardananji doing puja, his action itself are joyous. Those who have watched Gurudev, like many of us have watched, his writing letter itself was joyous. There are many people, there are videos nowadays they show on the TV, on the mobile also, this kind of clips comes where the person is giving ice cream, cone ice cream, and is enjoying doing the action. So the person is just doing the action. There is a book called as Fish. There is a market, Fish, where they thought it's so boring to sell fish. And they created energy, because if I start enjoying the action, people will come and watch our actions. But I'm not interested in action. I want the result of the action. So this person is not so interested in result, because result is already accomplished, just enjoying the actions and watches himself in action. Is happy, content with what comes and what goes. So there was a sadhu who used to pray, Bhagwan, don't fulfill any of my wishes. Bhagwan, don't fulfill any of my wishes. So people came and asked, why are you praying this? He told, no, second sentence I tell in my mind, Bhagwan, don't fulfill any of my wishes. You fulfill whatever wishes you have for me, because you will be wishing the best for me, because you are my well-wisher. So Guruji always says that God is not our wish fulfiller, he is our well-wisher. Many people have this kind of thought that God is my wish fulfiller, but God is our well-wisher. And this is a story which is there, which Guruji gives, is that suppose somebody is having $1 or maybe $100 trillion. And suppose you go and tell that person that, I just saw your 5 rupees are lost. The person will not get perturbed. And suppose you give him 5 rupees, the person will not feel joyous, because he is owner of $100 trillion. Suppose you go to Mukesh Ambani, my favorite joke all the time I say, and say, okay, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, let us have a tea stall in Sakinaka. What will be the cost? Cost will be 25,000 rent, and then whatever money for the generation money per day, we will get maybe 1,000 rupees, and we will have to employ 2 people. But Sakinaka is a good joint to have tea stall. Now Mukesh Ambani will not get interested with tea stall. So this person is so full that whatever stimuli comes from outside, not so keen, doesn't give rise to any joy. And suppose something is lost also, is not bothered, because $100 trillion person, 5 rupees is lost. But suppose somebody is having 10 rupees and out of that 2 rupees are lost, then there is a problem. So those people who get disturbed, who get very worried, who get very, very irritated, frustrated, angry, one small, their punji is very small. They are very little things. उसमें से थोड़ा गया तो चिढ़ जाते हैं. If my ananda is full, then little bit lost here and there doesn't make a person so disturbed, so irritated, shouting, angry for long time, disturbed for long time. So a very important story what Guruji tells this is that whether how much money I have, how much wealth I have of these values and qualities. Are my values and qualities so low that if something happens here and there, some stimuli comes from outside, especially with the form of words, I get disturbed to core. Not going to gain by doing something new, not going to lose something by not doing something more. This is also important because some people feel that if I'm not there, if I'm not doing so many things, I'm missing the bus, something is going on, life is going away. No. Because all the time the attention is outside on the world, and outside in the world there are 100 things to do. Because Lord has made this world so infinite and so beautiful and so tempting that all the time when we look outside, we will think, we have not done this, we have not done this, we have not done this, we have not done this. So when the attention shifts inside to Atma, which is full and infinite, the person doesn't have this feeling that I'm going to gain something by doing, or I'm going to lose something by not doing something, not experiencing something. So these are the kind of attitude and actions of a wise person. That is a topic going on. Mirabai says in one of her bhajans, Karna fakiri fir kya dilgiri. If a person is full, whether I am fakir or whether I am king, it doesn't matter whether I am getting elephant to ride, whether I am just walking, whether I am getting laddu to eat or whether I am not getting anything to eat. The mind is already in link with the infinite bliss. So these are all very important pointers because it's not, our goal must be very inspiring and interesting where the mind feels tempted to meditate. This sentence is very important. One saint, Mata Amrutanandamai, says that we are not tempted to meditate. I want to go and meditate. Aisa feel hona chahiye. I want to go and see the movie. I want to go and eat. So we get tempted on, I want to go and attend that function, and so much of anxiety and decoration in that going at function. She says that 10% of that attitude must be there for sitting in meditation. 10 minutes I got, now I will sit for meditation. I'm going to meditate now. That kind of bhava sadhak will start developing if these goals are known to it. That bhav should come. Now I'm going to get time for meditation. Those seen engaged in action at body level, eating, sleeping, talking, walking, sitting. Because Arjuna also saw Lord eating, sleeping, talking, walking, sitting, but he missed the bus. He missed the point that the person who was doing the same thing like me is not a jiva but avatar. Those seen engaged in actions at body level. Now this is where Lord has invested a lot of verses. Same thing like us. The Mahatmas do. Many people go to meet Guruji, Gurudev, and he is also sitting, he is also talking about food. He's also talking about general things. He's also talking about politics. What's so great? I thought Mahatma means some chakra, some aura, some powers. So these people, though seen engaged in actions at body level, but are free from what all things Lord has invested a lot of verses. So we must pay attention that whether I am having freedom from all these things. So freedom from three pairs of opposite. This we have discussed. So Lord only mentioned here. Labha labhau jaya jayo sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labhau jaya jayo. So whether sukha or dukkha doesn't bother me so much. Sukha comes, I'm not elated. Dukkha comes, I don't get disturbed because my mind is equanimous now. Something I gain, something I lose, mind is equanimous. Somebody insults me, somebody appreciates me, mind is equanimous. It's free from pair of opposites. Second, this person is free from any dependence, no dependence on anything. So this one question I must ask myself, what all things I am dependent upon for my happiness? This family gives me happiness, so I am dependent on family. This person gives me happiness, this place gives me happiness, this position gives me happiness. What is giving me happiness? I plus I want. That I want is my dependency. And where there is dependency, there cannot be fearless happiness. Our Taittiriya Upanishad says that real happiness is the happiness which has no fear in it. I don't have fear that it will be lost. I don't have fear that when will I get. I don't have fear that I have to maintain it. Lord says that the difference between my love and your love is this. If somebody doesn't talk to you for many years and you say something and you forget that person will stop loving you. But for me, even if you don't talk about me, even if you don't say anything about me, you get engrossed into the world, I will not stop loving you. Because my love is independent. So this person is not dependent on anything outside, not even the body, mind, intellect. Then has no envy, because it depends upon what I value. Many people say, I'm not envy of Shah Rukh Khan, I'm not envy of Salman Khan, but there would be people who would be envy of them. Maybe I would be envy of somebody who is close to me, my neighbor, my relative. Then the person is free of hope. No hope, because there is no future, there is no past for this person. So there are 3 words in our Sanskrit. These are very interesting. Asha, Durasha, Nirasha. This is a very interesting topic. One person came and asked Guruji, so do you mean that we should not have any hope? So then he explained, I remember that talk. He said, no, there are 3 things. Asha, Nirasha, Durasha. My children must be happy and successful is Asha, hope. That is right expectation. But my children must listen to me. My children must do whatever I say. My children must fulfill my desire. That is not, that is Durasha. Expecting oil, suppose we expecting oil from coconut is Asha. Expecting oil from sand is Durasha. And suppose we have this Durasha, then it will lead to Nirasha, disappointment. Expecting that other people will always talk good about me, Durasha. Expecting that there will be fairness, Durasha. Expecting that other person will behave as I want, Durasha. So now this is a very distinction what Vedanta brings in. Vedanta invites us to distinguish, that is Vivek, that what is real hope and what is not hope. One point what Guruji mentioned in one of the session was very, very important. He says that some people have one hope, that everything will be all right in time. Everything will be all right in time. No. We have to do sadhana. Automatically, how come my body will become healthy without exercising, without proper diet? How come all this wealth will come? Shata Sampatti will come without sadhana. And that's the reason Bhagwan also says that without Abhyasa and Vairagya, how will it happen? No. Everything will happen. I have to do my duty, then Lord will grace us. I have to do my work, my point. So this is a very important pointer for contemplation, that what is hope, what is expectation, what is actually not hope. I will go to sleep and tomorrow I will wake up. Hope, who knows? Tomorrow morning, suddenly everything will be all right. Hope. That is God's wish. Possessions, arrogance of doership. The person is free. The wise person is free of possession because the person is Swami of everything. Because we are having possession of little things, we want to possess it and not give to anybody. Because the person owns everything or nothing. The person is not having this kind of challenge of possession. There are many people who will not give that one vessel, one thing, so much of possession, arrogance of doership that I did in my time. So this we must stop. All senior citizens must stop arrogance of doership that in my time, how I was working and now how you are working. This we must not say to our children or grandchildren. In our time, how much work we used to do, how much cooking I used to do, how many jobs I used to do, and now you are not doing this. We should stop, because that is arrogance of doership. Because Lord, that time, that was the right thing. This is the right time, right thing at this time. One of the parenting tip is that before children, they must not experience anger, conflict, and fear from parents. If we can just follow this, I think we can be excellent parents. Because what is the duty of the parents? Before children, they must not experience fear, conflict, and anger. These three conversations we must not have before children. That is the duty of the parent. Then attachment to results, that we have discussed, that the first step we must start in the progress of our journey is stopping attachment to the results, continuing the actions. And the attachment is psychological. Then the wise person is free from sin. Sin is those actions which take us away from our goal. Then the person is acting, emoting, but there is no residue left with this particular person. We have seen Gurudev, Guruji suddenly shouting, suddenly getting angry, but next moment, one person was giving experience that this person had such a strong dose of anger from Gurudev once he met him, and next moment another devotee came and prostrated, and within microsecond the Gurudev turned to that devotee, and so much of love, and it was so pure and so complete, but no residue left of anything. But then we carry residue from one job to family, from family to when we go to meet somebody, we are already thinking that what I will now vomit, what is the residue left? We are not open, carrying lot of baggage. This I am going to share, this I am going to talk, because that has happened 4 hours back. You know what happened? Then 8 days back, what happened? That comes. So no residue. Like one of the example what Guruji gives, that no footprints are there when the birds fly or the fish swim in water. When the fish swims, there are no footprints left, but we want to keep our footprints. मैं रहूं ना रहूं, मेरा नाम रहना चाहिए. ऐसे many people have this kind of thought. One of the joke in that, if you want people to remember us, do only one thing: borrow crores of rupees and die. People will remember you for many generations. Because why this person is free? Because has burnt all desires through fire of knowledge. No sense of incompleteness. Is ever content, nitya trupta. Because I am in connection with the source of happiness. I am not in connection with temporary things which are going to give happiness, that is people, objects, situations. Connected to the source. So I am not interested in temporary happiness. Has complete sense and mind control, that we have seen earlier. Mind control, sense control. All actions are done in yajna spirit. Now, what is this yajna spirit? Arjuna asks. So now we are going to come to one very, very famous verse. Arjuna said, Bhagwan, I understood all things what you told. What is this yajna spirit? Can you tell me? And out of so many things what you tell me, can you tell me what is the goal of life and how to practice it every day, every moment? How to remember all these things, what you told. Because one thing which is common in all the things which got missed out, which is going to be taken in the next topic. All these things can happen when the goal of life is this. So, can you please tell in simple terms what is the goal of life and practice of how to remember it every day? So God says, okay, I will give you one verse, which if you keep saying morning, afternoon, evening, late evening, if you go out, then you will remember, and that is your practice. And that is your yajna. Now, this is very important. Now we are getting into one important topic of 4th chapter, because here Lord has given lot of yajnas after this. So what is a yajna? First of all, a yajna has 5 requisites. This is our general concept of yajna. It must have a yajman, performer. It must have a Agni Kunda, fireplace. I think all of us would have seen at least once in a lifetime what is a yajna. Then there are offerings made in the yajna, Om Swaha. So, and that would be different materials, ghee, etc. There are some black till, ghee, etc. There are many materials which can be put in the yajna, depends upon what is a sankalpa. And there is a ladle, which is a wooden spoon. Why wooden spoon? Because once you put the ghee, the steel or any metal can get hot. And there has to be a result. And that's the reason Dasharath Maharaj did one yajna, Putra Kameshti yajna, and then he got all the Lord himself as Putra. So one important point before we go ahead, that in our Vedic period, fire rituals were considered as one of the most purest form, number one. Secondly, fire is considered as hotline to the next loka. When we invoke the fire deity, now today there is a hotline, one can pick up mobile phone and then talk. One person said, no, I don't believe in all these things. One person went to a monk and told, I don't believe in all these things. Okay. He told, okay, you have a mobile phone. Okay, give it to me. No, why should I give my mobile? He told, give it to me, I'm not going to do anything. So this person gave this mobile phone to this monk. He told, the satellite is there on the top. Why do you require another receiver? Why can't you receive the signals from the satellite directly? Why do you require another equipment? No, that is a technology. So that is a technology and science that you clearly accept that I cannot receive the signals from the satellite directly in my brain. I require a mobile phone, because mobile phone receives those signals and then I can see. Similarly, fire is given that particular place, and there is a technology available where fire can be used as a hotline to devatas. And that's the reason fire is invoked, and the devata comes in that fire, and then devata blesses. When we show Naivedya, no, Naivedya, I don't believe in all these things. How does it reach the God when you show Naivedya? And if God really eats the Naivedya, then that Naivedya should reduce. But it remains same because I only eat it. So one person went with this doubt with one monk. He said, okay, do you have a book? He said, yeah. So when you read the book, when you get the knowledge, does the alphabets from the book reduce? No. Once I read the book, the alphabet gives a meaning and I understand the meaning. So does the alphabet reduce or the book reduces? No. Once I read the alphabets, the meaning comes to me. So when we show Naivedya also, the subtle bodies are there which are present around us. They eat the subtle energy of the food, and the gross is given to us as prasad. In every aspect, there is a causal, there is a subtle, and there is a gross. If I do not believe that there is nothing subtle, then there is a problem. No, I don't believe in any subtle. Show me God. One person went, show me God and I will believe. The other person said, okay, you have buddhi? Yeah, I have buddhi. Show me buddhi. Show me your buddhi. No, I cannot show the buddhi, but I have buddhi. Then you are buddhu. If you cannot show your buddhi and then you are asking, show me God, then there is a problem. So now Lord is going to give us one goal of life in one verse. And that is a yajna, considered as yajna. And this we must chant before having food. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivate Nagantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. That dhina is there, na? Dhina ha. Some people say dhina ha also. Dhina only is there. So what is that mantra? Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivate Nagantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. So this is the goal of life, where it has been mentioned that slowly when we ask a person, that anybody says that I am in this spiritual journey for last 15 years, 20 years, read Bhagavad Gita, read Upanishad, read this, I know this, I can talk, whether that oneness bhava is coming or no. So what is the goal of spiritual journey? Experiencing oneness with this entire creation. If we read, that is also one of the important sadhana for sadhaks, that this I was very fascinated, still I am fascinated whenever I get a chance and read biography of any Mahatma. One portion I read first before I read other portions is that the enlightenment state of that particular person, how that particular Mahatma has explained, Buddha has explained this enlightenment state in a particular way. Gurudev has suggested many places that how it happened. Mata Amrutanandami, who are current living saints right now. Then Naneshwar Maharaj, suppose we read. First of all, we must see how he has explained this enlightenment state. Tukaram Maharaj, Ramdas Swami, and we should see whether there is congruence in all. And all of them would have said one thing in common, that there is only oneness. Islam also says one God, and realizing that there is oneness. So now we will analyze this verse. What this means is that whatever I am offering is Brahman. What is offered to is Brahman. Offerer is Brahman. Offering means is Brahman. Offering instrument is Brahman. Offering actions is Brahman. So there is a story what Guruji gives on this. So all these things are Brahman. So whenever we are talking, my action is Brahman, my situation is Brahman, the other person is Brahman. No, I don't say all are Brahman, but one or two people are devils. One person went to Swami Advayananji and said, I have understood Brahman. What? I am Brahman. Again and again you will come to same point and same boring thing again. I am Brahman. Okay, what about others? Others are Murkha. They are Buddha. I am Brahman. It is not that I am Brahman. The entire creation is Brahman. The offering is Brahman. My thoughts are Brahman. Actions are Brahman. And Brahman means what? That which is infinite. The word Brahman, literally in Sanskrit meaning is that which has no limits, limitless. So once Guruji went to one place for bhiksha, one couple had invited them, elderly couple. And then he went, when that time he was a brahmachari. So he went for that, in that house. And then normally when, when monks come, then we are more interested to talk. So this man was, and he had called him at 4 o'clock. So it was not a lunch time. So this man started sharing this, that, and 4:30 ho gaye, 5 ho gaye, and then Guruji was wondering ki kuch chai bhi to milne wala hai ki nahi? Chai. Then at around 5:15, I think some topic came and he told, can I get some water at least? So he thought, how can I ask tea? हाँ चाय, आप जो पानी 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 लेके आओ. And his wife, हाँ पानी लेके आओ. हाँ चाय, स्वामी जी चाय पियेंगे. हाँ चाय पियेंगे, चाय. So Swamiji was happy that at least चाय तो मिलने वाला है. नहीं तो खाली बात करने को बोला. He is only talking. And then, okay, चाय बनाओ. So then the lady inside had not come out, yet. Elderly couple. So then Guruji was listening. One face is towards the person, but listening inside, what some sounds started coming of gas and some vessel. So feeling little happy that chai is coming. And then suddenly from inside, one sound came. अरे सुनो, ओ शक्कर खत्म हो गई है. अभी चाय will come, how? And then, अच्छा शक्कर खत्म हो गई है. This man answered, was talking to Guruji. अच्छा शक्कर खत्म हो गई है, बिल्ली डाल दो. बिल्ली डाल दो. Guruji started wondering that she is making tea and now because shakkar is over, now she is going to put cat in it. And this is real life story. And now that man is talking for 5-10 minutes. Guruji's attention is billi dal do means what? Shakkar khatam ho gaya, billi dal do. Ha. And that inside also she is agreeing, billi dal do. Now Guruji is wondering that what kind of tea is going to come. Now after 5, 10, 15 minutes, tea came and then Guruji is wondering and she gave 2 cups. So Guruji first of all was waiting. Now let him drink first. How can I ask? How can I add billi wala cup? What is this billi? So that particular person took 1 sip, then Guruji slowly picked up and then took 1 sip and it was sweet and nice tea. Then after 5 minutes, he slowly asked, ये चाय तो अच्छी है. हाँ चाय तो अच्छी बढ़िया है. नहीं वो आपने बोला बिल्ली डाल तो वो क्या है? Like my attention is there. अच्छा. Then he started laughing. He told, no, what happened? Yesterday we had gone for a fair. In that fair, there were a lot of toys kept. And one of the shop was sugar shop. And in that lot of toys had kept, there were one rat sugar, then billy sugar, elephant sugar. And we were not having sugar, so we bought those sugar toys. So now we say that, okay, wo elephant dal do, wo billy dal do, chuha dal do, basically that is sugar only. So now very, very important point. Joke story is over. The tea Guruji enjoyed and then he was very happy that the tea had sugar and proper. The point is that when he said billi dal do, the lady understood what is billi. Billi means sugar. So for a Mahatma, this language is very important because for Mahatma, the person sees all chari disha jhalya Chaturbhuja, Jnaneshwar Maharaj says. So now for a Mahatma, everything is Brahman. Whether there are some saints who were having dirty water from gutter, they used to drink or eat anything because for them everything was Brahman. Conclusion, everything is Brahman, no division, no bondage. Wherever there is a division in country, there is fighting in Ukraine and Russia. Wherever there is division in family, there will be bondage and fighting. Where there is division inside, there will be fighting and bondage. So why do we chant before eating? That we will take up next time. There is a reason why this is chanted before food. One of the reason is we must remember oneness morning to evening, because morning to evening, one thing what God has done very intelligently is khana to chahiye. From morning we have water, some breakfast. Now already some people are having breakfast. एक हाथ में चाय, एक हाथ में फरसान, बीच में गूंज रहा है ब्रह्म ज्ञान. So खाना तो होता है. So खाने से पहले, if suppose I remember that everything is Brahman, slowly, that oneness bhava will come and we will be on our spiritual journey. And I would invite all of you, those who have still wondering and not booked their tickets. Yesterday's show was there in Birla Matoshri of Swami Vidyaranya Swami. The reviews are fantastic, fantabulous. I think those people have written, I think this is a unique drama and you will not see this drama or this show again. So those who still are contemplating and not book the tickets, please book ASAP. Because today it is there in Fine Arts at 6 o'clock. Or you can come to the theater directly and have the tickets, or you can take it from Book My Show. But don't miss this show because this is highly inspiring. And you might be wondering, it is some show by some chicks. After watching it, there will be, the energy and the inspiration will be the highest, because that is the review what has come from Birla Matoshri from the yesterday's show when so many 100, 500 people watched. So my invitation is that please do not miss this show. This will not be telecasted or repeat, because the people who are acting in this are youth, and now they're going to get dispersed and go in different directions after the show is over. So now before breakfast, this is to be chanted. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmai Brahmaivate Nagantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.